Hello and welcome back to Christina's Craft Corner. Just a quick one for you today. I may have gone out and bought a couple more things and just wanted to demo some of them real quick. So if you watched the last video, you'll remember this from these acrylic paint markers that I got. And sadly, they were lacking some really nice purples. So I went out and found all the purples I could. And I also got a black and white because, you need to be able to outline things and update things. So you can see this is like really dry now because that was a couple of days ago. So it's just like paint. And I can, again, paint over top like I did here. You'll see where I painted both with a darker color and a lighter color over top of this. And you can't see the original color below it. Or, yeah, below the actual second layer. So just a reminder that again, you can, with these acrylic markers, let them dry and paint over top. So once again, remember you need to shake them up so that you can hear that ball in there. And then we're going to need to prime these. Which way am I going to go? Let's come down here. So prime them. Woo! That was super primed. Shouldn't have had that much come out. I guess these are still a bit warm from sitting in the car. Maybe made them a little bit readier. So super liquidy this time around. I'm gonna have to flatten that out. I might actually use one of my felts, but this is violet, and as it happens, all three of the purples that I got have flower names, and there's just something about making circles that I really wanted to do, or ovals, circly round shapes, I guess we'll call them. So I'm gonna put that one over there, and I'm actually gonna grab one of my little cotton things here. Gonna just see what happens when I spread that out a bit. May as well. Why not play with it while we've got it here? So, oh wow, that was A, a lot of paint, and B, it really likes to saturate this cotton pad. And that's actually really cool. We could do some neat things with that. And look how long, I mean, that was a substantial amount that came out in that one go. But look how much it's still as if I had it freshly daubed on there. So I'm gonna leave that one as that is for now. And moving on to the next purple, which is lilac. I still love that sound. I don't know why. So let's see how fast this one comes out. Hopefully not quite as fast. And now, of course, ooh, yeah, definitely these are coming out pretty quick. So this is lilac. Is it a bubble or a paint chunk? I'm just gonna leave that there. So that's the lilac, and then we've got lavender, which the lid kind of looks pinkish to me, but you'll see what it actually comes out as. And I'll be really quick with doing this. Each one takes a little bit longer. There, now it's starting to come. I just don't want it to come out as fast as the others did, but see, look at that. So again, let's make some circly doos with it. Spread out the ink. Gosh, that's really wet. Which just goes to show, just like paints, you can have a lot on your brush, or in this case your marker, or not so much. And remember, we could actually, that's got quite a bit on it. We could take this same cotton and just kind of dab it a bit. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Yeah, it worked all right. And of course I got some on my thumb, but just like acrylic paint, easily washed off later. So those are my three purples that I got to go with this set that I have here. So I think I'm going to be able to make some really cool designs with that. So I have some mandala thoughts in my head. I've got some round pieces of wood that are about yay big that originally I was going to use for resin, and do some neat resin patterns on top. And I still might do that with some of them, but I think I may also do some mandalas with one or two of them. So we'll see. I have some square ones as well. All right, this black really doesn't want to go, and as soon as I think it's not going to come, it'll all come pouring out. So I might just give that. Oh, it's starting to come now. So this one's a bit slower. I don't want it to come flowing out like those other ones did. So just give it another minute here. It really doesn't. So this black and this white, I got skinnier, and I did get, what was it, this lilac is skinnier one than the other ones I got, only because they didn't have the thick ones in the store I was first at. But yeah, this works all right. I mean, you really don't want a lot of black most of the time anyways, so I think this comes out really great. And this can be, you know, like if we go back here again to some of these ones that are all dry, we can color over top of them with the different colors again. So black is a good, you know, option for doing like outlines. That's a really bad outline job that I just did there. Now that kind of looks like a toe. Anyways, you can, yeah, do outlines with black or with white or with whatever, but I thought it would be good to get a black so that I had something for doing some nice outlines. Sometimes it can really make a difference. So now this will be interesting to be able to see when the white is primed, seeing as it's white on white, and this nib looks like it's in a bit too far, but maybe not. We'll see how this goes. And remember, these are, if I recall right, these are replaceable nibs. So it might be starting to come. And of course, it's going to be hard. Yeah, I can see it starting here. It's going to be hard to see, of course, because I'm on the white paper. But, you know, once again, let's go over here and we'll just do some dots. So this can be really great, the white as like an accent on top of some of the other colors. So that is the Posca acrylic markers that I've got, and they are available probably in any art supply store that you have near you, at least in North America, and definitely on Amazon. I've seen them as well. So I'm going to take this and move this off to the side for now, and that's going to take a while for those purples to dry, but that's all right. We don't need those right now. And I'm just going to move these off to the side over here. I don't know why. One side or the other. They just feel better over there to me. So the other things that I bought this weekend, well, I bought a few things that I'm not showing you, but I did happen to buy this really nice rubber stamp that is kind of mandala-ish. So I really liked it. I didn't buy it, and then I went back and I bought it because I kept thinking about it. And then I got some of this archival ink from Ranger, which again is where I've got a lot of these supplies recently for alcohol ink anyways. So they make this archival ink. This I got at craft store Michael's, but it's also available in lots of the other places. So there's a couple things we could do with the rubber stamp with the alcohol ink. I'm going to take this piece that I made a couple of streams ago, and you know, you could use this as with the alcohol lift ink to lift out a pattern, so you'd have like a fainter pattern within there. But what I'm going to do this go round anyways is I'm going to use my archival ink and see about stamping it on there. I'm just curious, I haven't actually done this yet, but yeah, that fits really nicely. It may be just a little bit off the edges, but we can always trim edges too if we need to. So I am going to open this up, and I just got black. You know, I didn't want to go too crazy. I've already bought quite a lot of stuff recently, so I'm trying to keep anything new sort of to the bare minimum, although that's kind of hard to tell with the what's it called, the alcohol markers or acrylic paint markers that I got there. And as I'm looking at this, I'm just seeing that there's a bit, I don't know if you can see, but this is dented or bumped down I think it's been compressed or caught in something, and so now I'm debating if I want to actually use it. But I think I'm gonna go ahead, see if I can kind of pull that out. It's not really working. Maybe it'll relax itself over time. But that's just the corner. It's not a big deal, and I can always lift it up that way if I really need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all marked up. So basically, from what I've seen, you just push this down to ink up. You can already see you're getting the black on it, so I want to make sure we get it really good and we get it all over. If you only wanted part of it, you could just ink part of it. There's no rules that say you have to use the whole thing, but I thought it would be nice to apply this to the whole page since it's about the same size. And I'm just looking to see if it looks like I got everywhere. I just want to make sure that I don't have any spots missing. No big spots anyways. A little spot here and there shouldn't be the end of the world, but I think that's gonna be good. And I've already gotten my hands super messy. But that's all right. So close that off because you know me, I'm gonna dump my whole elbow into it or something. And I want to make sure that I get this whole thing. So I'm going to hold that down, line it up, and put it down. And I'm just gonna press it down for a couple of seconds. Just want to try to transfer as much of that ink as I can. Make sure that it has good contact. Which corner was it? I think it was that one there. So I think that's good. And yeah, and as I lift it up, I'll just do that corner real quick. And so now you can see we've got this mandala print in black on top of this background. Now this background is a bit dark, so the black doesn't come off quite as well, but I think that's a good example, a good reference point for me for going forward. And I mean, I could always take this, let the ink dry, and even start coloring in some of those elements of the mandala if I really wanted to. That's an option. So that is that. I really like that. And then the other thing I'm just going to show you super quick that I got, because it's right beside me, is alphabet. I got an alphabet set of stencils. I have some ideas on how I'm going to use these actually with the resin. So it looks like it comes with all of the letters, all of the numbers, some symbols, some hearts and other shapes. So this will be quite handy. So stay tuned for what I end up using this for in the near future. But that is it. That's all we're going to do today. Now I have to go figure out how to clean the ink off of this so that I can reuse it for different purposes, like I said, for, you know, maybe doing some alcohol lift ink, although it is a pretty thin pattern. So I don't know that the alcohol lift ink would really work that well with this. But still, doesn't hurt to have a nice clean stamp as much as you can. So that's it for today. Thanks for coming out, and hopefully I'll be doing some resin stuff in the near future. I have some neat things ready to go. And don't forget to subscribe on Twitch or YouTube, whatever works for you. And hopefully we'll see you next time.